Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Have you noticed that recently summers have gotten longer and storms have gotten significantly stronger? And overall, the weather just seems more unpredictable nowadays, right? Well, what if I tell you that these changes aren't happening at random, but are the result of a phenomenon that is happening right now all around us? My name is Syauqi, Muhtarul Asror Albaweany. I'm from Hadijah High School, Surabaya, and today I want to talk about an issue that affects all of us: global warming. So, how does global warming even occur? Well, global warming occurs due to the excessive emission of greenhouse gases. Now, these gases form a thick layer on the atmosphere which traps the heat of the sun from escaping. Actually, this phenomenon is called the greenhouse effect, which is natural and necessary for life. However, human activities have significantly increased the concentration of these gases, which it increases the temperature at an alarming rate. Now, due to these rising temperatures, it disrupts ecosystems worldwide. Animals are struggling to survive as the habitat that they live on starts to change and get destroyed. For example, polar bears. Polar bears are struggling to survive because the ice that they live on are starting to melt away. Ocean life are also in danger because warming water and pollution are destroying coral reefs, which, if you know, is the main habitat of most sea creatures. Well, actually, we've seen the damage that global warming could inflict on wildlife in real life recently, which is the Los Angeles wildfire. And we've seen the damage that it could inflict on local communities and the surrounding forests. And these burning trees also contributes to global warming. And it just makes it harder for the earth to clean the air. So it's like an endless cycle, you know? Okay. The consequences of global warming goes beyond just wildlife. It also affects us directly too. For example, heat waves have gotten hotter, and it introduces a lot of health problems such as heat strokes or respiratory problems. Floods and droughts have gotten more common, which affects food production and access to clean water. And due to these challenges, we as a society are forced to adapt, forced to change, and government and businesses around the world are starting to invest in renewable energy like solar power and wind power. People are shifting towards more sustainable lifestyles, like using electric vehicles, recycling, and having a more plant-based diet. Even like fashion and technology industries are now creating more eco-friendly products so that they could reduce the damage they have on the surrounding environment. But what are the things that we as students can do to reduce the effect of global warming, to reduce global warming even? Okay, well, there are a couple of ways. I mean, sure, like we as students don't have the power to create policies, but there are things that we can do in our daily lives that significantly reduces global warming. One is, I'm sure you've all heard of, is to reduce, reuse, and recycle. Second is to save energy. So if you have any lights, if you have any air conditioners, if you have any fans, any electronics that you have lying around that you just don't use or aren't currently using right now, please just turn it off, because you don't know how much it contributes to reducing global warming. Third is to use public transportation. And in my personal opinion, the way that we could reduce global warming, the most effective way is to just spread the message, spread awareness, and spread the word of how much damage that global warming could inflict on wildlife and on our lifestyles. So, in conclusion, global warming isn't just an environmental issue, isn't just a wildlife issue, it's also a human issue. It affects every single living thing on Earth. Now, we still have time to act. If we work together, I know we can slowly reduce the damage that global warming does, and we can work together to do that, to accomplish that. So, as I've always said, let us be the solution, not the pollution. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.